Good morning and thank you for tuning in to another installment on This Day with Christy. Howdy. Today is Wednesday, June 1st, 2026. It's time to hop in our van and go to the past, the present, the strange, and possibly other dimensions. That being said, let's hop in our magic van and go for a ride. We start off with 1972, the Eagles released their debut album, Eagles. Produced by Glenn Johns, Eagles catapulted the band to success thanks to such hit singles as Take It Easy, Peaceful Easy Feeling, and Witchy Woman. That'd be me. Which reached the US top 10. The album, which was a defining title in the West Coast country rock canon, peaked at number 22 on the Billboard 200 and received a warm reception from critics. It has since ranked on multiple best of lists, including Rolling Stone's 500 greatest albums of all time. In 2013, with the release of Modern Vampires in the City, Vampire Weekend became the first indie rock band to debut at the top of the US album charts with 2 consecutive LPs. The band's third studio album followed the success of 2010's Contra. In 1977, Bob Marley and the Wailers kicked off what was supposed to be a 6-night residency at London's Rainbow Theatre. The final 2 dates, however, were cancelled following a football-related injury sustained by Marley. The legendary run of shows, which found the reggae group at their prime, concluded the band's Exodus tour. In 1967, David Bowie released his self-titled debut on the Dream label, a subsidiary of Decca Records. Bloopers included. While the album's Baroque pop received accolades from a handful of critics that acknowledged the LP, failed to find commercial success. In 1968, Simon and Garfunkel topped the Billboard Hot 100 with Mrs. Robinson. The song, which was featured in the film The Graduate, won the folk duo a Grammy the following year. In 1963, Leslie Gore, who was just a month into her 17th year, topped the Billboard Hot 100 with It's My Party. By what? Why do I feel like Casey Kasem right now? Anywho, in 1981, the premiere issue of heavy metal magazine Kerrang! Was published in the UK. The magazine, which began as a pull-out in the weekly music paper Sounds, featured AC/DC on the cover. Now it's time to hop back in the van and head back the streets and head to Funky Town because it's time to find facts. Today is celebrated as Joke Day and Creative Ice Cream Flavors Day. In 2025, France enacted a nationwide ban on smoking in public outdoor spaces, including beaches, parks, and areas near schools. In 2019, Japanese whaling ships officially resumed activities after a 31-year hiatus. Japan ceased commercial whaling activities in 1986, but continued whaling for scientific purposes. It's long been the position of many in Japan, including the nation's prime minister, that there are only a few select species of endangered whales. Thus, whaling isn't a big deal. I can tell him. Never mind. In 2003, Tesla Motors was incorporated in Palo Alto, California. 1997, UK returned Hong Kong's control back to China after 156 years of British rule. Oh, wow, that's cool. In 1991, Court TV was launched on American cable television. I used to watch that religiously. The show aired live footage as trials, as well as reality legal dramas. 1984, the Motion Picture Association of America introduced the PG-13 film rating. Sorry. The PG-13 rating advises that some material in the film may be inappropriate for children under the age of 13. The first film released with this rating was John Miles's Red Dawn. In 1979, Sony's iconic Walkman first went on sale in Japan. I have one of those. It had a cassette tape. For you younger folks, ask your dad or your mom or somebody. In 1963, the United States Postal Service introduced zip codes for U.S. mail. In 1941, the U.S. aired its first ever TV commercial. The ad was by Bulova Watch Company and cost just $9. Wow, that cost a fortune today. And lastly, 1916, the Battle of Somme began. On this day, the British Empire and France went to war against the German Empire during World War I. The battle lasted until November 18th, 1916, and add up to 1.3 million people dead. That's so sad. But I digress. Let's hop in the van and put on our thinking caps because it's time for trivia. First question. Which ancient civilization used urine to bleach their laundry and whiten teeth? Answer. The Romans. Nasty. Anywho. What's the primary purpose of the Victorian era fainting couch? Answer. To treat female hysteria through pelvic massages. So, yeah. Okay. Last question. What is the medical term for the involuntary tensing of vaginal muscle spasms? Answer. Vaginismus. Okay. So there we are with our trivia. I think I did a good job picking a trivia. Now let's take off our thinking caps and put on your party hats because it's time for birthdays. In 1934, Pat Boone. 1947, Ronnie Wood. 1950, Graham Russell. 1959, Alan Wilder. 1960, Simon Gallup. 1963, Mike Joyce. 1974, Alanis Morissette. And 1981, Brandi Carlile. If it was your birthday today, have a happy birthday. You can catch us here 7 days a week with Brian Rockstone on Wcdi. And don't forget to check out Top Report every Sunday and Wednesday. Have a great day, y'all. Ciao.